Praise and glory to the living God. I had a dream that this lady was possessed with the Jezebel spirit, and she was doing everything that she could to keep my daughter. And the dream said that my daughter, my oldest daughter, was a virtuous woman of God. And she just represented virtuous women in general, and I knew that. In this dream it said that she represented virtuous women, and that this lady represented people with the Jezebel spirit. Anyway, she came up to my daughter, and she was trying her best to prevent her from ever meeting, ever coming into contact, ever having anything to do with the man of God that she should be in a relationship with. Like, how can I say this? I had another dream, and I was shown that God himself orchestrates for certain people to be together, that's his will. But these people with the Jezebel spirit, they do everything to keep those people from ever coming together, from ever meeting, from ever having anything to do with each other. That's what I was shown in my other dream, and that's what I was shown in this dream. And she would talk to my daughter and just try her best to keep my daughter from ever wanting anything to do with this man. And she was trying her best to turn my daughter against this man. And she was telling all types of horrible things about this man to really keep my daughter from ever talking to him, having anything to do with him, from ever meeting him, anything. And then she had walked away, and then she came up to my daughter again, and she was bragging about all of the ways that this man wanted her sexually. Because the woman, I forgot to say this, she wasn't just trying to keep the virtuous woman, who was my daughter would represent virtuous women in general. She wasn't just trying to keep her away from this man. She was also heavily pursuing this man. And she had got this man to the point where he was pursuing her sexually. And the woman who had the Jezebel spirit turned around and was really bragging about how she had this man and he was heavily pursuing her. He couldn't get enough of her. He was obsessed with her. He was sexually attracted to her. And she also talked about having sex with him as well, and how he was so into her sexually and wanted her so bad. And the dream was showing how this Jezebel, the spirit of Jezebel, was really doing everything that she could to turn this virtuous woman, the virtuous woman in general, away from this man. But the man had fallen for this Jezebel, and that was on him. Because he fell for this Jezebel, it allowed this Jezebel to do everything that she could to turn the virtuous woman's heart against him because of the things that he was doing with the Jezebel. And so in the dream, my daughter was very nice and sweet and loving and kind, and she was just looking at the Jezebel when she came up to her and talked to her like that. And the dream showed me this man as well. And it showed me that when this man fell for this Jezebel, he also took on an Ahab spirit. Now, this is very interesting because I was not planning to talk about the Ahab spirit. But when I finished talking about the Jezebel and the strange woman demon, because right now I'm doing a series of that, I think I do need to do a video about the Ahab spirit. I pray that God will help me on that, because I don't have the notes on that or anything, but it's more than what people think. It's more than what people realize. I'm going to tell you that right now. And so anyway, this dream said that in order for him to fall for this Jezebel, he had to take on an Ahab spirit. Now, I know that some men might be upset about that, but that is what I was shown in this dream. And I was shown that if a man was a true man of God, he would get rid of that spirit and he would not have anything to do with this Jezebel. And in the dream, it showed me this man. It showed two scenarios. It showed him continuing on with the Jezebel, and that meant him continuing on with the Ahab spirit. And then I saw another scenario of the man. It was just one man, and he represented all the men in general. That's what the dream said. And in the other scenario, it represented him getting rid of that Ahab spirit and getting rid of the Jezebel. But even after he got rid of the Jezebel was still going to the virtuous woman, which represented my daughter, and was still talking about this man in every way that she could to turn the virtuous woman away from this man. This man was supposed to be her mate. This man was supposed to be somebody that she should be with. But this Jezebel was wreaking all kind of havoc to keep them from being together. And the dream showed me that it was a real spirit. So in order for them to be together, they both had to get over what the Jezebel had did. The man had to get over the shame, because the dream showed me that he was feeling shame and he was feeling guilt of being with this Jezebel and the things that he did sexually with this Jezebel. The dream showed me that. And he was living in a state of shame and guilt. And also the virtuous woman had to put out of her heart all of the things that the Jezebel had spoken to her and worked to put in her heart against this man. So this was a very interesting dream. I had the same type of dream years ago. I will put that video, God willing, in the description box, along with the series that I've been doing about the Jezebel demon. Actually, I'll just put a bunch of videos that I've done about Jezebel and the strange woman demon in general in the description box, God willing. And please see those if you haven't seen those, and rewatch them if you need to. Because a lot of people are bound by Jezebel and they don't even understand why they do the things that they do. Why are they out here bragging to virtuous women about some man and how, oh, he wants me so sexually. Oh, he's pursuing me so hard. Oh, it was such rough sex because he just can't get enough of me. He's just crazy about me. He just wake up in the morning and he just grabs me. He just got to held me so hard, so rough. He just can't get enough. You guys, I'm sorry I'm being a little graphic here. I'm sorry. But that's the way that they was talking. Or in the dream, it also showed a scenario where they wasn't having physical sex, but it showed this man wanting her sexually in a virtual sexual type of way, or in a way where they were just talking about sex. Even in that, the Jezebel was bragging about that. Oh, he wants me sexually so bad. He said that I'm so fine. Oh, he really want to have me. Oh, blah, blah, blah. The dream was just showing different scenarios between a Jezebel and a virtuous woman and a man possessed with the Ahab spirit. So God help us, Jesus. That is what I was shown in this dream. I love you all. I have work to do. I'm continuing on in my work. Please keep me in your prayers. God bless you all. Bye.